Welcome to a new deep dive on shop strategy, powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. You can test it for free on your Shopify store. Today, we're tackling something, well, really crucial for every Shopify store owner. Understanding and measuring SEO success. How do you know if it's working? We've got a stack of information here. Articles, stats, practical advice, all aimed at helping you cut through the noise and, focus on what truly matters for your store's visibility and growth. It's just so easy to feel overwhelmed by all the talk about SEO, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what are the real indicators of progress? What should you actually be paying attention to in all that data? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. We'll look at the essential metrics, the ones that can really transform how you understand your store's performance in search engines, and turn those insights into real results.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is the fundamental shift that happens. When Shopify store owners move from just guessing or hoping to really making data-driven decisions in their SEO, we'll be exploring the key metrics that provide this clarity. They empower you to make informed choices for, well, sustainable growth.
Okay, let's kick things off with the big picture. Why is SEO even that important for a Shopify store? I mean, the numbers are pretty eye-opening. Think about this. Over 93% of all web traffic starts with a search engine.
93%, that's huge.
It really is. And for successful Shopify stores, organic search often drives more than half of their total visitors.
More than half, wow.
And maybe even more compelling, this organic traffic can contribute to around 32%, a third of the average Shopify store's total revenue. These aren't just abstract figures, right? They represent potential customers actively looking for what you sell.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, businesses that prioritize SEO see, on average, something like a 25% increase in traffic. And here's one that might surprise people, especially store owners active on social media. SEO can drive over 1,000% more traffic than organic social media.
10 times more. Seriously.
Yeah, 10 times. Plus, stores with strong SEO often see about a 30% reduction in their advertising costs. So the question this raises is pretty clear. How can you tap into this really powerful and, importantly, cost-effective channel?
Exactly. So, okay, if that's the why, where do we start measuring this success? Our sources highlight that it's crucial to first understand Shopify's built-in SEO framework. Shopify actually gives you an SEO-friendly site structure automatically, right out of the box, which helps search engines understand and index your content much better.
That foundation is key.
And there's also a built-in SEO analyzer right in your admin dashboard. It can point out areas for improvement, sort of like a quick checkup. Plus, Shopify handles crucial technical bits like your sitemap.xml, that's like a map for search engines, and your robots.txt file.
Right, it tells search engines where they can and can't go. What's important here is recognizing that Shopify does give you a solid foundation to build on. You can also often find an SEO score evaluation within your theme customization settings. It offers a kind of snapshot of your store's SEO health across things like metadata, content relevance.
Okay.
So understanding these built-in capabilities is really the first step in effectively measuring and then, improving your SEO performance.
Got it. Now, when we talk about the actual SEO metrics for Shopify, our sources sort of categorize them into three interconnected areas. Makes sense. First, there are traffic metrics. These are the raw numbers, right? People coming from search engines, total visits, unique visitors, page views.
The basic.
Then we have engagement metrics, what happens once they arrive. Things like time on site, bounce rate, that's people leaving after one page, pages per session. And finally, the most crucial, you could argue, conversion metrics. Did those visitors actually do something, like make a purchase or sign up?
And this layered approach is really key. Each category tells a different part of your store's SEO story. Shopify's own evaluation criteria look at things like page structure titles, headings, technical stuff like mobile friendliness, speed, how relevant your content is, backlink quality,
Right.
page load speed again, and the mobile experience. Understanding this whole ecosystem helps you put the individual metrics we'll discuss into context.
Okay, let's dive into those essential traffic and visibility metrics first. The most direct indicator has got to be organic traffic volume, just the number of visitors from search engines who didn't click on paid ads. Tracking this over time is crucial. You need to look for growth trends, maybe seasonal patterns too.
Definitely.
You can check total organic visits month over month, quarter over quarter, year over year in Shopify Analytics or Google Analytics.
Yeah, but it's not just about the total number, though, is it? Segmenting that traffic is important.
Yeah.
Seeing unique visitors versus returning visitors from search tells you if you're reaching new people or just bringing back existing customers via search.
Good point. New audience versus re-engagement.
Exactly. And also, analyzing traffic sources beyond just Google. Um, Google dominates, sure, maybe 85% of Shopify search traffic.
Yeah, usually.
But looking at others and looking at geographic distribution and device type, especially mobile, right? That's about 60% of Shopify store visits now. That gives you a much, much richer understanding.
Okay, so beyond who is coming, we need to know how they're finding you. And that's where keyword performance tracking comes in. This shows you the specific search terms, the actual words people typed that are driving visitors.
Mm-hmm.
Tools like Google Search Console are indispensable here. They let you monitor your ranking positions for your main keywords and secondary ones too. And getting into those top positions like 1 to 3, it just makes a massive difference in traffic volume.
Oh, absolutely. And tracking those ranking changes over time. Are you climbing, plateauing, or, dropping?
Yeah.
That's vital for checking if your strategy is working or if there's a problem.
Like new competition, maybe?
Could be. Or maybe your content needs refreshing. And don't forget the power of long-tail keywords, those longer, more specific phrases. They often have lower search volume individually, but they can convert really well. Something like 70% of Shopify's organic search traffic comes from them.
70%. Wow, that high.
Yeah. So focusing on specific product keywords, brand-related searches too.
Huh.
It's all essential for understanding what's working and where to focus your optimization.
Okay, right. So you're getting the traffic, people are finding you through search, but what happens when they actually land on your store? That's where user engagement and experience metrics are so important. These tell you if search visitors actually find your store valuable.
Exactly. And this is crucial because search engines, especially Google, are increasingly looking at user experience signals for rankings.
Right. So what metrics are we talking about here?
Well, on-site behavior metrics, things like average time spent on site or on specific pages. That indicates how engaging your content is. Interestingly, some data suggests SEO-optimized pages often see users spend like 2.5 times more time on them.
2.5 times. Okay, that's significant.
It is. And session depth, how many pages they visit, interaction patterns, like are they viewing multiple products, reading your blog posts?
Yeah.
That shows real interest. Navigation and click-through patterns, too. You can use tools like heat maps to see what grabs attention and what might be causing, friction.
Heat maps, right. See where people are clicking,
Yeah,
not clicking.
Precisely. And internal link engagement, how deep they go into your content. All valuable insights into how users are actually using your site.
Okay, and it's not just about what they do on the page, but also how the page itself performs, technically speaking. Technical performance metrics are critical, aren't they? Page speed, loading times, they have a massive impact.
Huge. Pages loading within 2 seconds can cut bounce rates by about 35%. That's almost half. So monitoring this through tools like Google's PageSpeed Insights or Shopify's own analytics is key. And especially notice the difference between mobile and desktop performance.
Because mobile is where most e-commerce traffic is happening now.
Exactly. And related to that, Google's core web vitals. These are specific metrics Google uses. Largest contentful paint, first input delay, cumulative layout shift. Basically, how fast things load, become interactive, and how stable the layout is. These are actual ranking factors now, so they need close monitoring.
Right. Those core web vitals, keep hearing about them.
And mobile optimization metrics, generally mobile bounce rate, mobile conversion rate, your mobile usability score in Google Search Console. These highlight how well your store works for smartphone users. And that impacts rankings and conversions.
Makes total sense. Ultimately, though, all this effort, all this traffic, all this engagement, it needs to translate into sales, right? That's the bottom line. So conversion and revenue impact metrics, these are where the rubber meets the road.
Absolutely. Your organic conversion rate, the percentage of search visitors who actually make a purchase, or maybe sign up for your list, that's the most direct measure of your SEO quality.
Okay, so what's a typical rate?
Well, the average Shopify store might see around 3.5% overall, maybe. But our sources indicate that SEO traffic often converts about 50% higher than pay-per-click traffic.
50% higher, why is that?
It often comes down to higher intent. People searching organically often know more specifically what they want, and there's maybe more inherent trust in organic results compared to ads.
Interesting point. And rankings matter here too, presumably.
Hugely. First-page listings can see conversion rates about 60% higher than those on the second page. Just being visible makes a massive difference. And analyzing the conversion path of those organic visitors is crucial. Which pages do they land on? How do they navigate before buying? Where do they drop off?
Finding the leaks in the funnel.
Exactly. And don't forget assisted conversions from organic search. Sometimes a search visit starts the journey. even if the final purchase click comes from somewhere else, like an email. SEO still played a role.
Right, attribution can be tricky but important to track. So to really get the financial picture, you need to look at revenue attribution metrics.
Definitely. Direct revenue from organic search visitors is the clearest one. But also look at the average order value from organic traffic.
AOV, yeah.
And the customer lifetime value, the CLV, of customers you acquired through SEO. Often, these customers show higher retention rates over time.
So they stick around longer and spend more.
Often, yes. Which leads to calculating the ROI of your SEO efforts. You compare the cost per acquisition from SEO to other channels. Long-term, SEO's cost per acquisition is frequently 30–40% lower than paid channels.
Lower acquisition cost, potentially higher lifetime value. Sounds like a good investment.
It usually is, if done right. Measuring your SEO investment relative to the revenue it generates helps understand efficiency. And tracking the long-term revenue impact of ranking improvements really shows the lasting value.
Okay, this is great. For those listeners who want to go even deeper, our sources mention advanced SEO analytics for Shopify. What does that involve?
Well, it includes digging more into technical SEO performance metrics. Like crawlability, can Google actually find and read all your pages? And indexation rates, are your pages getting into Google's index? Surprisingly, something like 25% of Shopify sites have crawling or indexing errors that they might not even know about.
A quarter of sites. Wow. Okay, so checking Google Search Console for that is vital.
Absolutely. Also, tracking your rich snippet appearance rate, those enhanced results with star ratings or prices, and evaluating your schema markup effectiveness using Google's tools, like the rich results test. Getting those right can really boost click-through rates from the search results page.
More clicks for the same ranking. Got it. What about content?
Yeah, content performance analytics. Identifying your top-performing pages not just by traffic, but by conversions. Which content actually leads to sales? And doing a content gap analysis. What keywords are your competitors ranking for that you're completely missing? That can reveal huge opportunities.
Finding what you should be talking about.
Exactly. Also, tracking the impact of specific product page optimizations, analyzing internal linking effectiveness, how well are you linking between your own pages, and monitoring content freshness. Regularly updating content is key for search engines.
Keeps things relevant. Okay, so we've got all these metrics, basic and advanced. How do you actually put it all together into a workable strategy? How do you implement a measurement plan?
Great question. Our sources really emphasize implementing a comprehensive SEO measurement strategy. It starts with fully configuring Shopify's own analytics. Understand the real-time reports, the customer behavior tracking it offers.
Don't just rely on the defaults, dig in.
Right. And export reports for deeper analysis. Create customized reports focusing on your specific SEO goals. And definitely integrate with Google Analytics for more advanced insights.
So use both Shopify and Google Analytics together.
Ideally, yes. Then create a sustainable measurement framework. Establish a regular reporting cadence. Maybe daily checks for critical issues, weekly reviews for things like traffic and keyword positions, and maybe monthly deep dives for strategic decisions.
Makes sense. A regular rhythm.
The crucial step, though, is translating these metrics into actual tasks. Okay, we see bounce rate is high on this page, so the task is to improve the content or call to action. And prioritize these improvements based on potential impact, what's likely to move the needle most for visibility and conversions.
Focus on the biggest opportunities first.
Precisely. And finally, test and measure the effectiveness of your optimizations. Use A/B testing if you can. Document the changes you make and track their impact. This creates that continuous improvement cycle.
Test, measure, learn, repeat.
You got it.
Okay, wow. This deep dive has hopefully given everyone listening a much clearer picture of the essential SEO metrics for their Shopify store, and crucially, how to actually use them to drive growth. Remember, it's really about moving beyond just looking at numbers to truly understanding what they mean for your business.
Yeah, and what's fascinating to remember, I think, is that by focusing on these key metrics, by implementing a consistent measurement strategy, you're not just chasing search engine rankings, you're actually building a more resilient, more efficient, and ultimately, a more profitable Shopify store.
Well said. And on that note, this deep dive on shop strategy was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite is designed specifically to help you run smart discount campaigns on your Shopify store. It intelligently analyzes visitor behavior to show personalized, time-limited offers. These can really boost your conversion rates without just, giving discounts away and devaluing your brand.
That personalization and urgency can be very effective.
Exactly. It has features like automated unique discount code generation, a really clear countdown timer, detailed funnel reports. giving you valuable insights to implement effective strategies. You can even create targeted email capture campaigns with those personalized, time-limited offers. So definitely test Growth Suite for free on your Shopify store today and start turning those SEO insights into more sales.